So if you'd like to hear any lore, and I mean any lore whatsoever, consider checking out the Ghoulman Entertainment Patreon. Because once a week, usually, depending on circumstance, I ask a question. It's a poll. And you, even at the $1 tier, from the $1 to the $10 tier, you have your voice heard when this question is asked, so you can hear whatever lore you'd like to hear. So usually by way of Patreon, this lore comes out, but this week I chose it, and I'm doing it on Sammy and Pauline Wins from Fallout New Vegas. Sammy and Pauline Wins. Pauline very much comes off as the mastermind, the person in charge who has the reins of the vehicle. That's who they come off as. After I read everything, it very much seems that Sammy's just kind of there because he cares about Pauline. She doesn't seem very stable, though. They're a pair of up-and-coming criminals living in their hideout between West Side and the H&H Tool Factory. Both part of the hidden quest, a pair of dead desperados. Part one of it being that if you investigate the weapons display in the Vicky and Vance casino, you'll see that it's empty. So in Prim, when you get to Prim, there is the Vicky and Vance casino. You can see that there's a bunch of people holed up in there. Deputy Beagle is in a completely other part of Prim, tied up, and you have to go through. If you speak to Prim Slim, he'll tell you that the place had recently been ransacked, and after inspecting it and seeing that Vance, of Vicky and Vance, very much based off of Bonnie and Clyde, his 9mm submachine gun is missing, you can bring that up to Prim Slim, and if you pass a 50 science check, you'll be given access to his corrupt memory, which will then give you a complete transcript of what had happened and who stole Vance's 9mm submachine gun. It's a couple who did it. Enter Sammy and Pauline Wins, the couple that robbed the Vicky and Vance casino for the 9mm submachine gun, Vance's 9mm submachine gun. Pauline hacked into Prim Slim while Sammy went and made a distraction, hacked in to make sure that he was messed with enough so he can go and loot the place, so Sammy could go and loot the place. Their plan, now that they have Vance's 9mm submachine gun, is to go to the Strip and rob the Strip blind. They've never been to the Strip, and their entire plan is poorly thought out to the point that it's an idea. There is no, okay, you take that and you go this way and I'll go that way. It is very much it's essentially sitting down as like a 6-year-old and being like, yo, what if like the Iron Giant fought Optimus Prime? Iron Giant wins. Optimus Prime comes close. It's like, yeah, definitely. That's what would happen. Like, that's what this is. And I love it. Pauline is such a delusional person, and she's taken on this persona of a bank robber, of a casino, not a bank robber, a casino heist person, a casino robber, a casino thief, that she's kind of enveloped herself into the mythos of who Vicky and Vance were. So she refers to Sammy often as Vance. When you first meet them, one of the dialogue options they have is she'll say, "You'd better not try any funny business, stranger. One word from me and Vance will put you in the ground." Vance is not her husband or partner. It is Sammy. Now, because they have no clue what they're doing, if you have a 50 speech, you can just talk them out of this in the best way possible. The courier will say, "That's the greatest plan I've ever heard in my entire life." And Pauline will go, "Really? You think so? We've only got the one gun and there's 2 of us. And we've never done anything like this before. We've never been on the Strip either, so we don't know how many guards the casinos have. And I keep having nightmares. What are we thinking? What are we getting? We're going to get ourselves killed. Look, tell Sammy to give you the gun, all right? Just take it. I don't want it around, tempting us to do something stupid." Now, that's a direct quote, and I get all of my quotes, my lore, off of the Fallout wiki at fallout.fandom.com, the Wikipedia, if you will. After you convince Pauline, you could even talk to her later and say, "Thank God you talked me out of trying to rob the Strip. I guess we'll wait here until I come up with our next caper." You can get Vance's 9mm submachine gun out of this. I remember finding them back in the day and getting it, and remember seeing, I want to say it was Josh Sawyer or was another developer on G4 talking about New Vegas, saying that there was like a grease gun, and finding that and going, "Oh, cool, this was on G4. This is the gun they talked about." I don't remember. I probably talked them out of it because I always play charisma characters, especially back in the day. I probably talked them out of it and then killed them because Fallout was a game that I couldn't believe that everybody had names and dialogue trees and like things to do, but I could still kill them. Now, if you go talk to Sammy, Sammy's dialogue is pure gold. I'm actually going to play it. I'm going to play it in just a second. But he goes,
"Thanks for talking us out of our evil ways. I'm starting on that novel soon. Pauline is so happy. You're a nice person. Hooray!"
Hooray! It's just hooray! Just the hooray killed me. The hooray absolutely got me. I was just like in stitches writing this lore when I went to the Fallout wiki, and I just saw hooray! Like, I'm thinking about making hooray my text tone for when I get my ringtone for when I get a text message. Just a fun little bit of wasteland something. Just the wasteland existing and these two people that wanted to hit the strip. If the game had more time to develop, I would not be surprised. You can talk them into going and following them to the strip and watching them get gunned down like as soon as they bust through the gate. Like not even getting anywhere near Gamora, not getting anywhere to the second rung where Tops and the Ultralux. I always want to say the White Glove Society, where the Ultralux is. That's Sammy and Pauline wins, and that is this week's lore. Hey everybody, wasn't that great? Didn't you enjoy that? A little bit of Fallout lore to start your day? Maybe midday Fallout lore? Hell, right before bedtime? Doesn't get any better than this. If you like this, check out the Patreon. There's a link in the description below. If you want to have your voice heard, if you want me to do a certain piece of lore, the best way to get in contact with me is through the Patreon. The people who are on screen right now, I gotta thank them. Thank you to these fine folks right now. Because of them, the show can continue to grow and get bigger and better. And if you want to check it out, from the $1 tier to the $10 tier, your voice is heard every single week. I filmed the full Atomic Radio Hour podcast episodes live in our Discord. Hey, you know what? While you're here, check out the Discord. There should be a link in the description below. Check out my Twitter. Check out the show's Twitter. Come hang out. It's a good time. My name has been Vince. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to the Patreon. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.